everyone, welcome back. My name is Tiffany, or welcome if you've never been here before. Today, I want to give you all of the footage that I got while I was on the Romance Booktuber Retreat. I want to give you a story time, a wrap up of all the books that I read while I was there, and I also want you to walk away with some recommendations. So I'm very excited for that portion of the video, but I want to start with day one. I intended for this to be a reading vlog, which is why this video is going to start out with that footage. But that plan was quickly halted as soon as I saw Jen in the airport. I'm telling you, her friendship has added so much to my life. Not just in terms of books that have been transformative for me, but just support. She is an amazing woman and I'm so thankful to call her my friend. So when I saw her, I lost it. I had no idea that last clip on the escalator would end with her being at the top. I got no footage. In fact, it was really funny because as I was running towards her in the airport, I kept having to look up because she's tall and I'm only 5'1", okay? Actually 5'1.5", which they refused to put on my driver's license. She looked at me like I was crazy and a menace. I think we can all agree that half an inch really does matter. But anyway, I was so excited to meet Jen. Tori picked us up from the airport and I have to thank you, Tori. She really spent the day going back and forth, picking us all up from the airport. I'm so freaking grateful. And I got to see that winged eyeliner that she does and Sam's freaking dimple that comes out when she smiles in person. It really was so special to meet everyone because they all were just so genuine and kind and down to earth. I wish I had a teacher like Jess when I was growing up. Her kids are really lucky. Anyway, after we got over this, the initial shock of actually meeting in person, we set up for the fake out reading sprints on my channel. They were chaotic. Yes, it was my first time hosting a live and I wouldn't have had it any other way. It was so freaking fun to finally be there and have that play out. Oh my gosh. After which, we did spend time opening our gifts or retreat swag, if you will, okay? I think that was just so freaking thoughtful because honestly, the trip was enough. Jess designed our t-shirts and I love how they came out. I love how it commemorates. I honestly been living in it. Tori made us tumblers. They had our freaking channel names on it. They're so gorgeous. I love how fluorescent it is, that the flower sticker matches the design on our t-shirts. I believe her mother-in-law helped her make these. They came out so pretty. And Avery made us bookmarks and I was curious as to what it was going to be because she asked us what our favorite color was, what's associated with our channel, and I love the bookmark so much. I love that it says Atlanta 2022 on it, and Jen sweetly came up with this idea to commemorate our time there by giving us these photos. They're actually stickers that we can put on anything and she was printing them out as we went through the trip. Oh my gosh. This first one that she gave us is from the Botanical Gardens. So I'm gonna send you into the B-roll and allow you to join us on that. honestly, the Botanical Gardens was such a good idea. It was just fun to do an excursion together and honestly get some pretty photos. After that, we went home and I noticed that Krista was doing live sprints on her channel, so I had to support. And I also just wanted to use that opportunity to finally get into 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. Oh my gosh, this was such a breathtaking romance, and it had a representation of chronic pain that I was not anticipating in the most beautiful way, because of the way that Ava describes what is debilitating for her and invisible for everyone else. Ava is a single parent. She's also a paranormal romance writer who feels like she's grown past the series that's maintained her career. I also like the mention of being sort of stagnant in one's art, how the politics of business really work with creativity, and also the reveals on the inspirations for Ava and Shane's writing, which come out during their second chance at an event, which is really a high pressure moment for her in terms of public perception, where Shane just gets to breeze on in like a freaking mirage from the past, and he's sort of cloaked in his mysterious lone wolf literary genius persona that rocks her. The way that she describes the shift in the space when he enters the room was just everything. Something happened between them in the past to separate them and also thwart them coming back together, yet their chemistry in this book, really intrinsic bond, was never severed, and it cannot be ignored. This book flashes back to their origin story, which really does reinforce their present, which I appreciated. Every scene matters. Structurally, I think this is really smart. I also like how black it was while also being accessible, and how Shane as a hero, I like the portrayal of mental health from the male perspective. This has trigger warnings for self-harm, child molestation, the loss of a loved one. There is drug use in this book. There are a lot of heavy themes that really inform what they survived and what they continue to endure. This is a hard-hitting romance. I rated it a 5. It was absolutely beautiful. It's definitely going on my favorites of the year so far, but after reading sprints and after Sam was on Cheyenne's channel to interview Julie Ann, we played Bookish Jeopardy, baby, okay? And it was created by Cate. She put her foot in that game. Cate! It was so much freaking fun. It was also challenging. I went in thinking that I wasn't gonna get anything at all. Like, I was like preemptively apologizing, and I'm so happy, okay, that I was able to contribute to my team. Each team was able to shine, and I cannot wait to see McKay's video on that. I think it should be up on the day that I'm posting this, okay? Her channel will be linked below. I'm so excited. I know you put a lot of work into that, McKay, but please do another one. I am ready for a round 2. It was so much freaking fun. Let's see, after that, the next day we went book shopping, and that's already up on my channel, but it's also the day that I got to meet Bree. Her presence is like a freaking hug. I'm not even joking with you. She is more amazing in person. After shopping that evening, I was influenced by Samantha and Avery to finally read Little Green Vines by Britt Andrews. I also heard about this from Riley when Jess had us on for the Romance Booktuber live show. That was a lot of fun. And this is a sapphic monster romance. This is set in a forest where the heroine has been able to retreat, roam, experiment with vegetables, you know, without prying eyes, or so she thinks. And I just love how androgynous this was in terms of the physicality of our monstress, and also within her POV. The way in which she wants to claim the heroine is very dominant. What she's able to do was a lot of fun. And I just think it would be a much better world if the aftermath of Steam could reanimate our forests like this. I had a really good time with it. And really, after that point, I spent the rest of the time just trying to soak everything up. We played a lot of games, had a lot of fun. I believe that Tori has some footage of that, so I can't wait to see how she uses it. Really, between all of us, all aspects of the trip were covered, and towards the end, Jess did go around asking everybody what their favorite part of the trip was. And so that's gonna be on her channel, and I'm highly anticipating that. I went around and asked what was the recommendation that they got while being on the trip that they're most looking forward to. And I love how bookish we all are, because most of us had already started. I mean, immediately after the trip, I got picked up by my parents. They lived nearby, and I took that opportunity to jump right into Sweet Berries by CM Nacosta. I just had to know about this Mothman. Okay, I didn't finish it, but I will say it's been a lot of fun. I also was able to pick up Crimes of Passion by Jack Harbon. I saw Tori reading this, as well as Riley mentioning it. And oh, this was such a good audiobook production. Own voices, romance between two rival podcasters who do true crime. They are forced into proximity and made to work with each other. And I just loved the banter in this. And I loved how they grew to appreciate and validate each other. I rated this a 4. It is such a good audiobook. But I do have 2 recommendations that I got while on the trip. I kind of want to let you hear from my friends first, and I'll close out with that. I'm going to boot you into that footage. And unfortunately, when I was saying goodbye to Cate, my mic was not set up properly. So I'm going to give you a little voiceover action and tell you what Cate's recommendation was from Sam. She's looking forward to reading Tide by Carrie and Cole, which I absolutely approve of on my channel. I loved Tide. It's like one of the last books that I read last month. And I'm gonna cue you into everybody else's answers. First of all, I'm sad that you're leaving.
I am too. Yeah.
Before you go, I have to ask you, what is a book recommendation that you got from someone while you were here that you were looking forward to reading?
Well, it's actually the book that I'm currently reading, which is Praise by Sara Cate. Because everybody's like, I've been wanting to read it, but then I brought it up here, and then everybody's been like, oh yeah, it's so good, you have to read it. Yeah. So then I just started it like the first night that we were here. I'm like 30% of the way through. It's a good time so far. I'm hoping to finish the audiobook today.
Yay!
When I'm on the road. So yeah,
I'm so excited. I await your thoughts.
Yes.
I love you so much. It was so fun meeting you.
I love you too, Tiffany.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, I'm Jessica from Peace Love Books, and the recommendation I got this weekend was The Naked Fisherman by Julie Ann, because Sam was on Cheyenne's channel for the Julie Ann interview on Friday night, and we all watched, and everybody was telling me I have to read it because of how angsty it is, so I'm excited to read it. I've already downloaded it on my Kindle.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Samantha from Books with Samantha, and the recommendation I got was from Avery. She recommended Little Green Vines by Britt Andrews, because like sapphic romance is like my shit. Wait, can I curse on the show?
Yeah. You're good.
I love sapphic romances, and I'm excited for that one. I'll read it on the plane.
Yay.
Hi, I'm Sam from Sam Reads a Little. The book recommendation I got is Heartless by Danielle Allen. It's a novella, surprise baby, and I got it from Samantha.
Ooh,
yeah.
Thank you, Sam.
I'm Tori from Novel Life, and the book recommendation I got was Big Bet by Cassie Mint, and I got it from Samantha from Books with Samantha.
Yay.
It is a novella, a burlesque dancer, and like a blackjack dealer, casino dealer. I already read it and it was so good.
Oh, yes. That's a good series.
Yeah.
It is. So.
And what?
And I have Sweet Berries by C.M. Nacosta.
When did that drop?
Recently? I got it from Lacey, from Lacey Book Lovers. It's a
course.
monster bait romance.
up on all of the new. I need to read that too.
He's naked on the cover.
Give him a good. Oh, well, let's.
He's naked in the book.
I mean,
He's
make
naked
it like
in the
a
book,
better
too.
image of that. Zoom.
What is that?
Thank you, Tori and Lacey.
Hi, I'm Avery from Ava's Romance Books, and the book that I'm most interested in that was recommended to me is probably Sweet Dandelion by Micalea Smeltzer, and this was recommended by, of course, McKay over at Oh Hey It's McKay, because it's like her favorite book ever. So because she talks about it so much, it makes me want to read it, even though I know nothing about it. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Lacey from Lacey Book Lovers, and my recommendation, I'm cheating a little bit because Samantha told me while we were going on the plane to Atlanta, she told me about Sweet Berries by Nacosta, which is the standalone sequel to Morning Glory Milking Farm, which I loved. So obviously I had to download it and start it on the plane.
Yes, thank you for all of your recommendations on this trip. The 2 book recommendations that I got while being on the retreat that I'm most looking forward to are both alien romances. The first was given to me by Avery. Just the way that she was describing it, she was so animated. I loved it. The title is, let me make sure I'm getting it right, Sohut's Protection by A.G. Wild. Oh my God, the way that she described this. This is about a human heroine that's captured by aliens and seen as an endangered animal. She escapes after like the alien ship crashes, and she's, surviving on the terrain here like freaking Tarzan until they send the hero out, who is a hunter, and he believes that she's actually an animal. He doesn't know that she's like this sentient human, and I have to know how that freaking pans out, okay? Oh, Avery, she is such a ball of light. I'm convinced she's a pixie. She just made me smile the whole time. I love her. The next rec that I got was from Jen, and it is called Craving Kiev. Ooh, I'm very excited. I think that this might be a new series for me. This is an alien romance between a voluptuous and shy heroine, I believe, who pays for the hero's services. He is an escort, and Kiva is from an alien race that's been displaced after their planet was destroyed, and so they're sort of selling their services in order to make enough to leave Earth and find a new home. And during their sessions, the heroine learns a little bit more about his service and why they haven't left yet, and I'm very excited to see how their romance unfolds in light of the quagmire that he's in. I can't wait to get into it, okay? I'm so sad that the trip is over. Like, honestly, this was a bookish highlight for me. Meeting everybody was just so incredible. I'm ready for next year already. I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you can consider subscribing and sticking around, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.